It's time for the Double J Podplex, where wrestling lives. So man up and step on in. For all your wrestling news and commentary, here are your hosts, Jeremy and Jimmy.
Money in the Bank 2017 will be coming on tomorrow night on Father's Day. Also my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. This is the Double J Podplex. This is Jeremy. And as always,
I'm right here, man. I'm ready, willing, and able to go through this lovely card we have going on in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It should do quite a bit better than Extreme Rules did.
yes,
and that
leaps and bounds better.
That just shows how much of a better product SmackDown truly is.
Yes.
So, without further ado, let's go, dog. Let's get it.
I like to do one quick rant. I told you last night at the bar that I had a quick rant.
Now, when he says bar, he means like we were just at the house.
We're at the house.
Yeah. We don't go to bars.
We don't.
Okay?
We don't.
Don't drink, kids.
Don't drink and drive. But my quick little rant, a little off topic here. For the love of God, can we please put Pete Rose in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Can we please?
You know, and the biggest thing about that, and we are a wrestling show, but we care about more than wrestling.
Right.
We are big baseball fans as well. But as far as Pete Rose goes, yeah, he bet on baseball. That was, kind of a slimy thing to do. But at the same time, that didn't affect the way he played.
Correct.
He was still an exceptional baseball player.
Yes.
To be honest, a top 10 all time.
In my opinion, it's not the Hall of Fame without him.
That's a good way to put it.
Not the Hall of Fame without
That's a
him.
good way to put it.
But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to get that quick little rant in.
It felt good.
Felt good to get it out. So, we start off with the first match, which will be on the pre-show, and that is the Hype Bros versus the Colons.
Yeah.
As my friend Eric said the other day.
I want to know when it's going to be the colons versus the semicolons.
Right.
This is pretty much to me a cut and dry match. It's a pre-show match for a damn reason.
Right.
I do appreciate WWE bringing back
Mojo Rawley.
Well, yes.
And Zack Ryder.
Well, no, not only that.
No?
Bringing back Epico and Primo as the Colons or Colognes.
The Colognes, yeah. We'll just call them Colons just to be funny.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that they didn't keep the stupid Shining Stars gimmick.
Yeah.
Or Los Matadors. They're actually letting them prove that they can wrestle. Because the two guys can go. They just they lack any type of charisma.
Right.
But in the ring, they're actually pretty
good. Yes, they are good.
So it's unfortunate that they're booked the way they are, or that WWE obviously didn't spend that much time on them.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
But as far as Mojo and Zack Ryder goes, I love the fact Zack Ryder's back.
Yes.
This is the perfect spot for both guys. They are good as a tag team, and they are not good enough as singles competitors for what we want them to be.
Yes, I agree with that.
To be honest, they're both mid-card guys. Upper mid-cards on like a day where you're, I don't know, paying back to them or something. You know, like you did with Christian, giving Christian a title. I guess it's a different situation, but...
Yeah, slightly.
But anyway, that's a small rant, but yeah, I'm happy to see both of them back. And I don't think it's even a question. It's the Hype Bros are winning this match.
Absolutely.
If you let Zack Ryder, honestly, if you let Zack Ryder lose to the Colons coming back after being injured, if you do him that, I'd leave. That's the end.
Leaving.
I'll go to Ring of Honor. I'll go to New Japan. Or how about Impact Wrestling? I'll go fly with the Owls.
Fly with the Owls.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have the Hype Bros win this one too. But I haven't seen much of Zack Ryder due to his injury. Yeah. And then Mojo Rawley he's just kind of disappeared after he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, you know?
It shows you like what the hell did they do with him after he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It doesn't really make too much sense in that aspect. To to even allow him to win it, and he won it over Jinder Mahal, which is ironic.
Yeah, right. That is
I
remember
quite
that.
ironic.
Wow,
You know. But as far as Zach goes, it's happy to see him back, and I think he gets a victory on Sunday.
Okay, I agree. And a little side note, I guess I didn't mind the Matadors. That was the Colognes.
That was them too. Yeah. I didn't mind them for a long time. I think a lot of people gave them shit. I despised them as a Shining Stars. What they obviously did, oddly enough did, with Los Matadors, they had the little bull, the little sideshow.
Right,
thing,
yeah.
Which was cool. It was fun.
El Torito, whatever his name is.
Torito. But I believe that they stopped him right when it was starting to gain some speed. When it was starting to gain some speed, you didn't hear from him again.
Right.
You know, that was outrageous to me.
Outrageous. So we were, I guess Jimmy and I were both picking the Hype Brothers to win that one. Or the Hype Bros. So then the next match is Naomi versus Lana for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship.
Right.
I got Naomi retaining.
Just that cut and dry.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I did want to say the reason the Colognes are going to lose because they ain't fucking hype.
That's right. They're not hype enough if they are hype.
And I apologize for the F-bomb. It's Uncle Jimmy hasn't slept much.
He didn't.
Uncle Jimmy hasn't slept much. There's a lot going on, you know. I'm not going to go into much detail on the radio, but you know, there's a lot going on. Naomi and Lana, you went cut and dry. Naomi. There's a reason Lana's in this match.
There is a reason.
Okay, let's get that point. That point I want to bring up. There's a reason she's in this match. Is Naomi a better wrestler? I assume so.
Yes, I would think.
I assume so. The thing everybody's, Naomi, yes. I mean, not Naomi. Lana's been training a little bit.
Yeah.
In NXT.
She has.
But she was doing that even when she was with Rusev. She was still training.
Mm-hmm.
She's not as bad as people think she is. Otherwise,
I'm sure
why
she's
even
not.
put her in this position?
Right, yeah. I don't think they would put her, like you said, in this match if
there's a reason they're doing it.
You know.
I don't know if it's to beat Naomi. So I am going Naomi, just because it seems a little far-fetched for Lana to win. But, I think she's gonna put on a much better show than you think. And that gun just now, from first to third, throwing that guy out just now, the Tigers are rolling.
LSU baseball.
The Tigers are rolling.
We're watching LSU
The
baseball.
Tigers are freaking rolling. But no, I'm gonna go Naomi as well. I would not, believe it or not, be surprised if they gave it to Lana.
Okay, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not, just because it's a little far-fetched, I'm going Naomi, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty fair to say that. So maybe we should do a little shout out to our sponsors right now. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, in this day and age, to have anybody that gives a damn, I appreciate it. So yeah, let's do a little shout out to our sponsor.
Are y'all listeners looking for a new bottle of juice, a tank, or a whole new setup altogether? Well, we have the place just for you.
That's Custom Vapors, located at 1928 Williams Boulevard in beautiful Kenner, Louisiana. It's your one-stop shop for all your vaping needs.
And like them on Facebook. That's Custom Vapors with a Z. So go see our friends Jason, Megan, Rachel, and Chad. They'll hook you up with the good stuff. And tell them that the boys at Double J sent you.
And remember, if it's not custom, it's crap.
There you go. Boom, Jason. Go. Yeah.
You owe me a beer after that
one. Yeah. So now we go to the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match between the Usos and the New Day.
Right.
I think right now the Usos are on a big roll right now. I think they have a lot of momentum with them. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go Usos on this.
Well, they're building them up as the big time heel tag team.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yes.
I mean, there's no doubt in that. It would, to me, all signs point to the Usos retaining.
Yeah.
However, New Day rocks. So, and because they came out with a brass band at SmackDown New Orleans.
That was great, by the way. That was awesome.
I do not see Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E, and I will say Langston. I do not see them not holding a title for this long. They were the longest reigning tag champions, period. They are more over than anybody on the roster. I understand keeping it with the heel team. Mm-hmm. But I think it makes more sense. You give it to the New Day. They win the championships. The next night, the Usos beat the ever-living crap out of them. Injure them. Therefore, you get the New Day becoming champions, and the Usos are even more of a dastardly heel duo than they were beforehand. That's my humble prediction. I believe New Day does pull it off.
It is definitely a prediction, for sure.
To me, for it to work out that way, not to interrupt you, but for it to work that way, I believe that it's going to have to be a quick ending. Okay. It may not be a quick match, but it may be a quick ending. It may be a roll-up, and I hate roll-ups.
Might be a big ending.
It might be a big ending.
Yeah.
I hate roll-ups. The only roll-up I've ever liked was a fruit roll-up.
Fruit roll-ups, right. Yeah. Those are the
best. And that's not a homo club, by the way. But that's the only ones I've ever liked was the fruit roll-up. But anyway, long story short, New Day rocks. Woo! Let's go.
I was actually more of a fruit by the foot guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like those better. But fruit,
You know who else?
Fruit roll-ups are still good.
Fruit by the foot was also quite good. I mean, that was actually very popular, and it's still very popular at Club Oz.
It is.
Yeah.
It would be.
It would be. They like anything by the foot. And now we would like to bring up the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I mean, looking at the competitors in the match, I mean, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, who I think is underrated.
Very underrated.
And my girl, Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
Quite frankly, you look at the field, you think it would make so much sense, as good as Charlotte is. Charlotte is the best women's wrestler, period.
Yes.
Okay? Period. I believe Alexa Bliss is the best woman character, but Charlotte is the best women's wrestler.
Yes.
It makes sense to put the strap on her. She has not, will eventually put the strap on her, obviously, by, via winning the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
But I think SmackDown is all about the land of opportunity.
You're right.
SmackDown is all about pulling the rug out under your feet when you think you know it all.
And
which is why.
And that is why
Uncle Jimmy is going to stick with his girl, and he's going to take Miss Carmella.
I think you're right on that. I think those are the rumors.
Look, it's her time.
That's how we heard,
It's her time. However, I wouldn't be surprised, believe it or not, my second, if I'm not going Carmella, I'm going Natty.
I'm
going Natty. If anybody deserves it,
a while too.
If anybody deserves it, dude, it's Natty. Carmella, she is up and coming, and I think she has not shown how good she can be yet. Similar to Lana, oddly enough, but she has not shown how good she can be yet, and you're gonna be surprised at what Carmella can turn into. But I go Carmella, and I go a little nudge to Natty, with a little possibility to become the first ever Mrs. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. And just like you said, SmackDown Live is about the land of opportunity. And, I just hope that if Carmella does win it, I'm hoping that, they use her correctly. They use her right, and
well, they can't do anything that's forced.
Right,
It seems like a lot of things they've tried to do, and WWE creative in general, forces these promos upon people without actually learning who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Similar thing that you showed me, that article, the one, it was actually posted on a Double J Podplex, by a former NXT superstar who I've never heard of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, if y'all haven't read that, you really need to give it a read.
Yes, read that article. It's great.
It's on a Double J Podplex, posted about 2 weeks ago or so. It basically explained how bad the creative team is. How they really don't pay attention. You're basically just a number. They don't pay attention to your actual character to fit your character to your character, if that makes any sense.
Right, yeah. It's like they force a script on you, and then they just expect you to do it good,
Hence Roman Reigns talking about suffer and succotash.
Right, exactly.
But I believe there's a lot more to be seen from Carmella, and if they just don't force anything upon her and let her be her, you're going to be surprised at how good she actually is.
Mm-hmm.
But,
absolutely.
Jeremy, there's a big match I heard after that. I heard there's a big match that has 6 of the best competitors on the face of the planet.
5.
Oh. Well, Uncle Jimmy can't count. It is 6. It is, wait, hold on.
Am I forgetting somebody on this list?
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh!
Yeah, it is 6.
It is 6.
It is 6, fam.
Uncle Jimmy was correct. I stand corrected.
We have the Money in the Bank ladder match is something we all look forward to. To me, it's the second pay-per-view from Royal Rumble or second match. Second favorite match besides, of course, the Royal Rumble, which is tops, in my book at least. As far as it goes, you're looking at AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. The fact of the matter is that we're getting a treat Sunday night. Okay? Not only, Dad is finally getting the respect he deserves. Okay? Sunday night is going to be beautiful. You are treated to a phenomenal, and not pardon the pun, ladder match. Okay?
Right.
You have some of the best competitors on this planet in this match. Who would have ever thought that you would have AJ Styles, Nakamura, Zayn, Kevin Owens, Corbin, and Ziggler in the same ring at the same time? You're going to be treated to one hell of a match. And as far as predictions, that's what we all want to know. Predictions. Who is Uncle Jimmy and Jeremy going to take? Who's Double J going to take? Who?
Well, as far... Oh,
no. You go. Okay. You lead with it.
As far as this J is concerned, I'm going to go with Baron Corbin. There was a rumor that I did hear that he was favorited to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this article was posted
quite a while
ago.
Yeah.
But I think a part of me also would like to see Baron Corbin win it, just because I'm a Corbin fan.
Right.
I like that he's the big guy, but can still move like a cruiserweight at times.
Right. He has a lot in his repertoire.
Yes.
He's a guy who, yet again, talking about hasn't shown his true stripes yet. He's had good matches. He's had very good matches. The match comes to mind, a 3-way with Ziggler and Styles.
Yes.
One of his best matches thus far. To be honest, his rivalry with Kalisto was not bad.
Right.
That chairs matches have always been doomed because of how stupid of a stipulation that is.
Yeah.
Why just chairs? But they did it well, and they had a hell of a match. Mm-hmm. Baron Corbin's Deep Six and Baron Corbin's End of Days are possibly the best 2 moves, period, ever.
I love End of Days.
The 2-move combo to End of Days and Deep Six is awesome. Okay? Hell of a job with that.
End of Days is so great.
It works so well with his Lone Wolf persona.
Right.
It's great. However, getting back to predictions.
Yes.
Bar none. Period. You can write this down. You can go to Vegas. You can take out a bet. You can do whatever you want to do. Put the house down on it. Put the farm on it. Put the car on it.
The car.
Put your second to last daughter that you ain't even had yet. Put her on it. And then when she's 18, put her on me. But
there, boom.
My choice for the 2017 Money in the Bank, the guy that's going to be taking down that briefcase is none other than the generic Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. And you know what,
Done.
dude? You know what? He would be my second pick. If I didn't pick Corbin, I'd love for Sami Zayn to win it.
It's his time. Sami Zayn has been treated like, I don't want to say nobody.
Right.
But Sami Zayn has not been treated like the superstar that he is. And
I agree.
Everybody else
strongly
in that ring,
with that.
Except for Ziggler, of course, but I don't know. I don't know if Ziggler, I don't know.
Yeah, he may be going to other,
other routes.
Other routes.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. That's been said before and he ain't went nowhere. Ziggler's another guy I wouldn't be surprised about, but to me, it's Sami Zayn. To me, Sami Zayn has the most to gain from this match.
Right. Now, Ziggler's won it before.
Ziggler has won it and cashed it in, and that was one of the biggest pops I've ever heard in my life.
Dude.
That was incredible, man.
Yes.
Everybody wanted that. He was a heel. He was a complete heel.
Where was that Raw again?
I want to say, correct me, but I believe either Chicago or Philly. It was a big city. I don't remember exactly what. I want to say Chicago or Philly. Of course, correct us if we're wrong. I'm sure I am. I'm wrong about most things. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do it. To me, it's Sami Zayn. You're looking for a great moment, for a memorable moment. Sami Zayn holding that Money in the Bank briefcase.
And when you think about it, if the writers were smart and if they booked this correctly, they have Sami Zayn winning it, that would be, just like you said, a moment.
Oh, it'd be a moment like no. I mean, you look at some of the guys, like when SmackDown closed, you saw Shinsuke Nakamura holding up the Money in the Bank. As much as I love Shinsuke Nakamura, and always have, that's not happening. He doesn't need it. Now,
You're right.
could it? Of course it could.
Sure.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
This is the land of opportunity, damn it. Anything can happen.
Damn it.
But he doesn't need it. AJ Styles doesn't need to wrestle another match to be called one of the best ever in ring in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Period.
AJ Styles doesn't need it.
I'm going to use the exclamation point actually, not a period.
I appreciate that. It's good. But look,
Because it's exciting.
AJ is going to be AJ. AJ is going to be involved around the World Heavyweight Championship picture all the time. It's just, he's going to be involved, okay? Kevin Owens is going to be Kevin Owens because he's Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Okay? So, those guys don't need it.
No.
Sami Zayn, to me, needs it. If you're not going to push Dolph Ziggler like you should, treat Sami Zayn with some respect for a damn change and make Mr. El Generico Mr. Money in the Bank.
That would be a good thing to see. Honestly, I would be really I don't know what word to use. I would be refreshed to see Sami Zayn, to push him a little bit more and to give him an opportunity, which SmackDown does.
The one thing I will say before we kind of wrap up this match, one thing I will say about it, when you're looking at Money in the Bank winners, mostly heels have won Money in the Bank because it's almost like a heel thing to do to wait till the champion's injured or just had a match and cash it in.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't mean a face can't win it.
True.
Sami Zayn winning it and cashing it in on Jinder Mahal works on so many different levels, But no, I just wanted to bring up that little tidbit.
So great.
I just want to bring up that little tidbit. And speaking of all of that, I believe Carmella's going to cash in as soon as she gets it that night.
Kind of like what Dean Ambrose did?
Yeah.
That would be something.
Yeah.
That would be something.
So, if indeed the Money in the Bank is before the championship match, I believe she cashes it in that night. If not, she goes, Carmella's not going to hold Money in the Bank that long. Or it could be the opposite. Either she doesn't hold it on too long, she has it for a day,
right?
Or she holds it till next Money in the Bank, like the day before or something like that. Something insane. They're planning big things with SmackDown. I salute them in many ways. It's not a perfect product, but it's the best that we've had in a while. So we need to start appreciating that more and more. I mean, the guys that I've just listed that are in this ladder match, they've given you a fantasy match.
They have.
I mean, they've given you a fantasy match.
We will witness.
We will witness history. We will witness something that you have never seen before. Having these guys all in a Money in the Bank ladder match, I'm finally actually excited again about wrestling. And I'm happy about it. I'm proud to say that.
And all this will be happening on Father's Day.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day.
On the WWE Network that is now only $9.99. All right. Give it to Daddy.
Give it to Daddy. A very early Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
Absolutely. Happy Father's Day. We appreciate y'all here at Double J. We appreciate y'all over there at Custom Vapes. We here for the fathers, because Jeremy doesn't have one. I have multiple. But, we understand. We
are the founding fathers of Double J.
That's right. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Right.
But to change gears to something that I don't want to say it's going to be a letdown, but if it comes after the Money in the Bank ladder match, you're not going to be able to top it.
No.
Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal. God love Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal. They are actually making this feud from nothing into something.
Out of nowhere.
Hey, good.
Out of nowhere.
Randy is at the top of his game as he always is. Jinder Mahal is surprisingly good at this.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Is he a guy that you look at and you say, oh, that's a top 5 wrestler in SmackDown even? No.
No.
But he is doing what he needs to do. I kind of wish he would get away from the whole you don't like me because I'm Indian thing.
Right.
Because that's just kind of overdone. But yet again, a guy who, and I've said this before, he's a true inspiration to people in general and to up-and-coming wrestlers. To be a guy who was a jobber his entire career, basically. To be a guy who, really...
On top of the company, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, SmackDown, at least.
Oh, yeah. To go from nothing to, the WWE champion was not only a surprise, but shows you that, maybe an old dog can learn new tricks as far as WWE goes. Maybe they realize that surprise works. Surprise is a good product. And that's what the road they went with Jinder Mahal. They are doing a hell of a job with these guys. I kind of wish, the wrestlers are doing a very good job with their personas in this championship match or the championship rivalry.
Yeah.
And, I wish they would do a little bit more with, they call them the Singh brothers, but they were the Bollywood boys in, Ring of Honor. I wish they would do a little bit more with them.
True.
But, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I don't know how you don't pick Jinder Mahal.
Correct.
Like, I'm going Jinder Mahal all the way.
Even, although this will be in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri.
But WWE isn't scared at all
No.
about doing that type of thing.
Not at all.
They did it to Bayley, you know. They're not scared to let their person lose in their hometown. They're not afraid of that. At the same time, if they're saving up a big time win, they would love to do it in their hometown as well. So they are on both sides of that.
Right.
But that doesn't make any difference. Randy Orton is going to have a hell of a match. Randy Orton is going to overpower Jinder Mahal. Randy Orton is going to win the majority of the match, Randy Orton will win every sense of the match.
Except for 3 seconds of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct. Except for the 3 counts at the end.
Yeah. 3 seconds, yeah.
So, to me, I believe something happens where somebody interferes and Randy starts a new feud. And Jinder Mahal goes on to be messing around with Super Cena. And, to be honest, man, I miss John Cena. Him coming back, I think, is a much bigger deal than people give it credit for.
Yep.
Cause not only do you have all these phenomenal people, yet again with the pun, in the Money in the Bank ladder match, not only do you have a very good heel in Jinder Mahal, not only do you have Rusev coming back, but you have John Cena now.
He has been
to
cleared to wrestle again. Yeah.
Right. You have a good roster now, man. And having Randy Orton and John Cena as the 2 old veterans who are like your bookends, this SmackDown roster is phenomenal. Yet again, keeping the pun going. As far as, I guess, another prediction, and then, you know, then Uncle Jim is going to shut up so Jeremy can talk. You know, Jinder Mahal beating Randy Orton, I believe it happens via interference.
Yeah.
Now, you know, and that's an easy thing to call. That's like the sexy thing to say about a championship match. Oh, who's coming out? You know?
Right.
And I think, to me, it would be super interesting because it's never happened. Rusev interfering. And it being Rusev and Mr. RKO himself.
Wow.
That would be a much needed feud.
So,
you would get such brute force out of those 2 guys. Out of the Bulgarian Brute. And, of course, the Viper. You would get a match that can go to levels that Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton cannot.
So, do you think that, you know, if Rusev were to interfere in this match, that, you know, it would start him and Randy Orton?
Absolutely.
To which it would turn Jinder Mahal to John Cena?
Yes. That's precisely what I'm saying.
Okay.
I believe, because John Cena's coming back July 4th. I don't think it's any secret that John Cena is going to be involved in something big. I don't think, we're going to have him in a match with, the Colons.
The Colons.
No, we're not. You know,
that's what my friend Eric was calling it.
Yeah, the whole time.
The Colons, which I thought was
the
great.
whole time. But as far as that goes, man, I believe it's John Cena and Jinder Mahal. I think, others have actually predicted that, including, Bleacher Report for, SummerSlam. And Randy Orton, I mean, let's face it, man. Randy Orton deserves to be in big feuds.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, he deserves to be in marquee matchups, and SmackDown is all about opportunity, like I said, and all about doing things that maybe we haven't seen or haven't seen in this light before.
He is
and
a long-time
that is
veteran.
Randy Orton, and that is Rusev. I mean, Rusev needs somebody to compete with when he comes back. So, that's gonna go ahead and be my pick. That's about where it is, man.
Yeah, I'm picking Jinder as well.
You know,
I could really just copy and paste everything you just said. You know,
well, can't we all?
Right. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, this pay-per-view should obviously be better than Extreme Rules for sure.
Yeah,
leaps and bounds. Better.
Well, there's no kendo stick on a pole match.
Yeah.
And the thing that I find interesting, not to talk most of the time, but the thing that I find interesting.
I don't care.
No, yeah, I got a lot to get off my chest, and I'm starting to wake up.
It's all good.
I'm starting to wake up now. So the thing that I find interesting, and Bleacher Report posted this last week sometime, as well as Double J did on our Facebook page, about Triple H being upset with Vince.
Yes.
To me, I think it's finally eating at Triple H how much Vince doesn't know this current product.
Correct.
Doesn't know this current industry.
Mm-hmm.
that to me is what's going on, you know. As far as that goes, look, Vince is still the man. Vince is still
This is still
the
his
main,
company.
you know, it's still Vince, okay? He gave Triple H, this is just point blank, he gave Triple H full run of NXT.
Right.
Look how great NXT is.
NXT is a lot better.
A offshoot of the Indies.
Right.
NXT is an offshoot of ROH, offshoot of New Japan, offshoot of CZW. It's just like those promotions. It's a separate promotion, and it is extremely good. Hence Triple H at the helm of that.
Right.
Creating superstars. Creating the likes of The Shield. Creating the likes of Bray Wyatt. Turning him from Husky Harris to Bray Wyatt. Creating, you know, the likes of obviously Baron Corbin. Creating the likes of Enzo and Cass. I mean, Triple H knows what the hell he's doing. Mm-hmm. And he's being stopped by a aging, hard-headed billionaire who, at his time, was a genius, and at his time, created a product like the world's never seen before. But it's time for Vince to kind of not step aside, but start listening to his son-in-law a little bit more.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, Vince, you know, however old he is, you know, he's a guy at his age is going to be set to his ways. He's going to be
right. Well, that's
so accustomed to you know being the boss in the 80s and the 90s. So you know, it's just his brain is hardwired to you know pick out certain people, and you know what I'm saying. So
yeah.
But yeah, I totally understand Triple H's frustration with him. You know, and thank God, you know, Triple H has control of NXT because NXT is it's just so exciting, and it's just a lot better in-ring stuff than what you see on Raw and SmackDown.
Well, yeah.
And
oh, absolutely.
Now, another thing that I will say, you know, WWE is a lot more cautious with their moves and their stuff as opposed to, like, say, indie stuff and, you know, maybe even a little bit of NXT stuff, maybe. But, you know, at the same time, WWE is also catered to the young crowd.
Well, right, but they're cautious because they think they know it all.
Right.
Vince thinks his old saying, if it didn't happen in WWE, it didn't happen. That is the most ignorant statement in the world.
Yes, it is.
Now, in the past, where people like Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage and, you know, big personalities ran your company.
Right.
Now you're switching to more of the technical wrestling style. Look, Triple H is the reason why we got indie guys in this company. Triple H is the reason why we even get to see AJ Styles on WWE television. We would have never seen Bobby Roode. We would have never seen Austin Aries. We would have never seen Samoa Joe. I mean, we would have never seen these guys. Right. We would have never seen Kevin Owens. Vince McMahon said Kevin Owens was out of shape. You know?
He did say that.
You know, it's just amazing how many guys Vince would have passed on that Hunter stayed with. Or Paul. Let's go Paul. Let's go his real name.
Yeah.
You know, vouched for. It's just two different styles of running a business. And it's old age and new age. You got to change with the times. Vince did not. That's why in the late 2000s, his product was suffering very, very harshly. And that's why his stock was going down. Mm-hmm. I mean, Vince used to know, but times have changed. Just like from the 80s to the 90s, the wrestling product has changed. And, you know, that's no different now.
Right.
Get in there! Get in there! He's safe!
He's safe!
He's safe!
We're watching LSU baseball, guys.
Tigers tied a game, baby!
Tied it.
How about them Tigers? Well, with that note, Uncle Jimmy would like to say, Jeremy's probably to give y'all some words of wisdom or some parting words. I would like to say thank y'all very much for listening to us. We enjoy it as we do every week. Listen to us on the podcast. Check us out on Facebook. And of course.
And Twitter.
And Twitter.
Which I don't update the Twitter account as much as I do the Facebook one. I don't know why. I guess I just don't think about it. Right. We're also on Twitter as well.
And go Tigers.
Go Tigers, yeah. So that about does it. You know, we hope y'all enjoy Money in the Bank. We hope we enjoyed it as well. Should be good. Especially with the men and women's first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So, yeah, it should be good. And, yeah, so that about does it. We're rolling out of this. Yeah.